Hi, I'm Alex Woodland, and this is my journal jar. I see it's not very full. I kind of wanted to cherry pick to see some good topics that will start us off. And so, let's see what our first one is. Tell about your teenage social life, your friends, dances, datings, outings, church functions. Well, I actually didn't get out all that much. By the time I was in high school, I was homeschooled. I had a lot of health problems, and some teachers were very accommodating and understanding, others were not. So I think the hardest thing during high school was my hearing loss and the chronic fatigue. It was really hard to get up in the mornings and be on time and to stay up late enough to get my work done. And then once I was in class, when I finally made it, I couldn't hear them. So my mom ended up getting me into an independent study program, which was much, much better. However, social life was actually much better while in homeschool because there was a homeschool group that I belonged to. So I got to hang out with other homeschooled kids, and I had a much better social life there. I had more friends. I had people who understood me a lot better, and that was great. Dances, they just were not for me. I can't dance. I'm a very, very bad dancer. And B, I really didn't have the stamina for it. So I liked music, though. I liked all kinds of music. So I would kind of just hang out with my friends, music in the background while hanging out. Dating. I actually did have a serious boyfriend in high school. But both of us were like terribly immature. So, it was nice enough, but yeah, it was not going to last. Outings and church functions. Now, there is where I really had some really good support networks and friends that I'm still friends with now. Is through my church. My church had a really good primary program for the children and a young women's program for the teenagers, and I really had a lot of support there. I belong to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I'm a Mormon. So the social programs for children and teens in the Mormon Church are just amazing. And I owe a lot of my coping skills, my social skills, and my very best friends to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So I kind of just blew through that one. As teenage social life, that was basically it because I'm 34 years old, and that predated social media. So I wasn't on Facebook, Twitter, like MySpace was just barely becoming a thing then. So, wow. I mean, has MySpace even been like spoken on social media for like the longest time? But no, yeah, like some of my friends were just barely getting into MySpace. So I didn't even have online social network. It was, your computer was, your parents' computer that you did homework on at that point. Even my homeschool work was done pen, paper, in, photocopied packets. So I'm old. Let's see. Outings. Did I even do outings? I did a lot of outings with my family, not too many with my friends. My mom was always very protective of me with my health. She always worried if I did go out with my friends. Um, you know, what if something happens? I'm the one who knows how to take care of it. Um, she trusted my oldest friend. She was 2 years older than me, and when I was a teenager, that sounded like eons. Like, wow, she's so much older, 2 whole years. Um, but yeah, she was definitely also just the responsible one of the group, and so I went on most of my outings with her because she was the one with the driver's license for the longest, and she was the one who my mom could trust if I was um, if something would happen. She would get me home safely, or she would know when to draw the line, or like okay, Alex needs to go to the urgent care. um, I was also in a drama club and the marching band, which I kind of called the non-marching band because I did all the rehearsals, I just couldn't march. um, so I was a complete geek, but I loved it. My high school boyfriend was also in the drama club, so I think that's yet another reason why we had a lot of drama. um, and like that is basically the culmination of my high school experience is being part of those clubs, and I got to do a lot of fun things. We didn't put on too many performances because we were a homeschool, but just within the group, the exercises that we did, the way we got to know each other, the fun little mini projects that we did were fun. I remember we did like this lip sync to Leader of the Pack, and the big scene where the tough guy rolls out on the motorcycle. It was my boyfriend on his little brother's tricycle. So we didn't take it too seriously. But it was a lot of fun. And then the band was a whole lot of fun. A lot of my church friends were also in the band. But I was in the bass section because that is like the range that I could hear the best, is that lower register. So I got to play all like the cool like background oompas, and so that was fun. I remember my grandfather at the time, he would always tease me saying that I needed to switch instruments to the piccolo because by the time I was a senior, I couldn't carry my own instrument. I graduated from trombone to the euphonium, or the baritone horn, which was like a little baby tuba. And I couldn't carry the darn thing. So my grandfather would pick me up from the band room and, carry the baritone horn for me. And the whole time he's just like, will you please switch to the piccolo? Just give the piccolo a try, you'll love it. But I loved the instrument. When I moved across the country a couple years ago, I had to leave that behind, and that was really sad. I still have my trombone though. We were able to pack that, but the baritone was way too big. I can't think of. Oh, I wanted to go. I wanted to try the tuba, but thankfully my band director did not allow me to switch to the tuba, and my grandfather was very. He was very grateful for that. I could play the tuba, but I'm only 4'9", so I looked absolutely ridiculous playing the tuba. What I would have to do is I set the tuba on the ground, and I had to have a chair of the right height so that I could reach the mouthpiece of the tuba. So I didn't bring the instrument to me. I came to the instrument. So that was kind of funny. What were your teenage experiences like? What kind of social things did you do? Did you go out on dances? Did you have any church outings or family outings? Please let me know in the comments. And if you have something you would like to see me talk about, leave that in the comments as well. And I hope you had a good time. Bye-bye.